What's up, guys? DJ here at Top Deck Cards and Games, and today I want to talk a little bit about a new game that we picked up at Gen Con Indy this year called Exodus, trading card game. It's a fairly new game. They've been working on it for a couple years, but they've got 3 sets out now. That's 2 starter decks and 1 booster set. And it's a really cool game. It's very simple to play, and I wanted to just give a basic rundown of the game so you guys could get a little bit more familiar with it. Here at the shop, we're actually going to be picking up the game, getting some stuff in, some stock in, and getting some organized play going here in the near future. So I definitely think it'd be cool if we could get some interest and get some of you guys to support this great new game. The game is very simple. Like I said, there are 3 types of cards. Energy cards, Symmetry cards, and creatures. Energy is like your mana. It's the resource you use to play your cards. It's how you determine the stats of your creatures. Creatures with more energy are going to be more powerful. And some symmetries cost energy for you to play them. Symmetries are your spell cards. They're all instant speed. You can play them on either player's turn. They have abilities. Some of them cost energy to play, like I just said. And they're basically the way that you swing the game back and forth. Creatures are how you're going to deal damage to your opponent. Their stats are actually non-existent, so I'm just showing you a vanilla creature. I'm just going to hold it up here for you. As you can see on this card, it has no text whatsoever. This is just a creature. Its stats are determined entirely by how much energy is underneath of it. So basically, if it has 3 energy, that creature is a 3. If it has 2, it's a 2. If it has 5, it's a 5. Some creatures do have abilities, but I just wanted to show these ones first. The other thing with this game, which is cool, it largely is irrelevant, but it does matter for some card effects, is the rarity is in this top corner here. As you can see, this is a 1-star card, so a common. This is a 2-star card, so an uncommon. And this is a 3-star card, so a rare. Those are the 3 rarities. The cards do have neat foil prints. There's a couple different foil patterns across the different sets, but some of them look really cool. And some of them do have effects, so don't worry about the creatures being kind of bland or anything like that. But basically, the game works over a set of phases. Let me grab that for you real quick. Oh, where the heck did I put the phase? Right here. The rolls card. One of these comes in each starter deck, so you're able to see just how the game plays out very basically. So there are 5 phases. First, there's a draw phase. In your draw phase, you draw 3 cards from the top of your deck. So 1, 2, 3. This is a bad example of a hand because I don't have creatures, but that's alright. Then your energy phase, where you add 3 energies as well. During your turn, in the energy phase, you can play your energies out onto the table in any way you like. You can have stacks of up to 3 that you play from your hand, or you can separate them out to each be in a stack of 1. I'm going to switch this around just to show you how this would work with some creatures real quick. So we play our 3 energies out. Let's say we played them each in a stack of 1. The next phase is called the creature phase. In the creature phase, you're able to play creatures to build your board so that you're able to deal damage to your opponent or fight your opponent's creatures. If we played our energies each in a stack of 1 here, we could play a creature on each one of them. Each of these creatures would have 1 power. I'm going to switch these just for vanilla creatures because that's less things to think about. So each of these creatures would have 1. They all have 1 energy equipped to them, so they all have basically 1 power. Additionally, if we wanted to, we could play these all into 1 big stack and play 1 creature that's got 3 power. You can only play energies in stacks of up to 3, so that's all the bigger we're going to be able to make our guys, but there are cards that let you add energies onto their stacks so that they can get stronger through means like that. The next phase is the attack phase. If your opponent has creatures in play, you have to attack them before you can deal damage to your opponent. And one key thing that I should have mentioned and didn't is that every game you start with 10 life. So let's say our opponent had this in play. They had a 2 energy stack with Destiny Dragon. We have our 3 energy on our Oceano Dragon. So our Ocean Dragon would attack Destiny Dragon. We're a 3, they're a 2. We're going to deal damage to them, so we lose 2 energy. And they lose both of their energy as well, and their creature dies. So basically, in any situation, if our opponent's creature has less energy than us, we're going to get rid of the energy equal to their energy and kill their creature. So just to show the obvious math example, if they had a Destiny Dragon with 1 energy and we attacked with our 3 energy Ocean Dragon, we would lose 1 energy, their creature would lose its energy, and then since it has no energies, it's destroyed. If our opponent doesn't have any creatures in play, we can attack them directly. So if our opponent didn't have anything in play, we would be able to attack with Ocean Dragon into their face for 3 damage, dropping them to 7 life from their starting 10. Like I said, Symmetries are all instant speed spells, so you can play them at any time during either player's turn. That means during their draw step, during their energy step, during the attack step. So if our opponent were to attack with, let's say, an Ocean Dragon, and we had some energy, I'm just going to say this is our energy that we have sitting in play. They'd go to attack with Ocean Dragon. We can play the card Unsummon. Oh, these aren't in the shots. Unsummon is a Symmetry card that lets us pay an energy to return an opponent's creature to their hand. Actually, I think it's either player's creature, I guess. Yeah, so you could do it to your own. To return a creature in play to its owner's hand and discard all the energy attached to it. So we're going to get rid of 1 energy. Our opponent's going to pick back up their Ocean Dragon and then lose both of the energy that was on it. So you can get really big energy swings with a card like Unsummon, as well as swinging the tempo of the game since you're able to clear a threat off of the board. Just to get the example even further, though, spells resolve backwards. So our opponent could respond to our Unsummon with a Symmetry of their own. Just to use an example, they could play the card Crystal Cove in response, which would then freeze our Unsummon, negating its effect. We could then respond with another spell and do whatever its effect is. Spells resolve backwards, just like in Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, any other game that I've played regularly. So you're able to play the spells in response, make a stack of them, and then the first one played resolves last. So the most recent spell would resolve first, and you would work your way backwards. The game is actually really simple. I know that might sound a little bit confusing just from that quick, arbitrary example of the cards, especially without any knowledge of how the cards themselves work, what the cards themselves do. We're going to get some gameplay videos up soon. Myself and Ethan, who you guys may be familiar with if you've been watching our videos for a long time or been coming into the shop. We've both been really hyped about this game, so we're going to get some gameplay videos up soon of us playing. He actually won a tournament at Gen Con the weekend we were there, so we're definitely excited to get involved into the competitive scene for the game as well. If you guys have any questions, ask us down below. We're both going to be, trying to watch this and help the game grow and evolve. We're hoping that this one really takes off, especially in our area. And if you have a question about picking any cards up, let us know. I'll also drop a link down below to check out Exodus on Facebook. The creators are really great. If you have any questions for them, they'll be happy to help you out too. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. I hope you're as hyped about the game as we are. We're going to have a lot more coming for this soon, so keep an eye out.